Sludge Alley, do buckaroos. How the heck are you? I figured I needed to get to this one. I'm now a couple weeks past my vacation. This is a New England style that they say you need to drink right away, and so I probably ought to get to it. So here it is. This is their Signal Switch, New England Hazy IPA at 8.2%, soft body, big fat, juicy, hot flavors, pouring a beautiful hazy yellow color. This beer is hopped with massive amounts of Citra, Galaxy, and Sabro that give this IPA heavy notes of citrus, grapefruit, and even a slight hint of coconut with a minimal hoppy throat tingle that hop lovers have come to enjoy. That little hop burn, as some refer it to. So anyways, what you tend to get from this style, because of the massive dry hopping anyways, let you look at that, because that's what this style tends to look like. To me, they're more murky than hazy, but I gotta tell you, I had this one at the brewery, and those of you that know me know it's not a typical style I'm a big fan of, but this one was really good. It was delicious. It did everything you expect the style to do. Anyway, Sluncha. It bought a glass, even. Bought a glass, man. Oh, mercy. But look how that head holds up there. Look at that. Oh, man. It's a citrus, grapefruit, and a hint of coconut. I remember picking out a lot of tropical fruit notes. They don't mention that specifically here, which typically what this style gives you. Certainly a lot of citrus. I get a lot of tangerine up front. Is the first thing I notice. Slancha. Yep. That's what I remember. Yeah, they're certainly going to get some grapefruit in there. I feel the grapefruit more around the middle, just before you get to the finish, is where I really feel those grapefruit notes. They don't mention stone fruit, but I'm going to add that. I feel like you pick up some stone fruit in the middle. For me, somewhere between apricot and nectarine, more so than peach. But more on the citrus and less on the tropical fruit than most of this style tends to give you. It's really good, though, man. It's really good. I like it. It's really good, man. Loose Rail Brewing. I got there on my last day in town. So we did a few things earlier. They were going through Canal Winchester on the way back to on the way back to our Brewdog Hotel there. So I said, well, let me hit this one. Be the last brewery I was going to get to. And I got to tell you, I had 2 beers there. Enjoyed both of them immensely. I had a great time. They're great atmosphere, great place. Customer service was incredible. Got to talk to the owner a little bit and some of the other patrons. It kind of reminded me, those of you that know I work for Banter Brewing, it kind of reminded me of that, because folks just start talking to you. Gentleman sat down beside me, and we just started having a conversation. Other people were talking, and it just felt like that. At a very similar neighborhood vibe there, as you know, we have at Banter. As folks started coming in there, because I was there right when they opened, so I was the first customer. But then as other folks came in, everybody greeted everybody. Everybody talked to everybody. I had a very similar vibe that I get from Banter, and that's so I really enjoyed Loose Rail for that. It was incredibly enjoyable, especially knowing, you know, it was the last brewery that I was going to get to before we started heading home, you know. Because for me, it's more than the beer, right? The beer has to be good, obviously. But if the customer service isn't good, if the atmosphere doesn't work for me, it's not what I'm going to return to, because there's just too many options out there, especially, well, when I'm traveling as well. I don't know if I'm ever going to get back to a particular area again. This is one brewery I would go out of my way to get back to because of everything. The beer, the atmosphere, the customer service, the friendliness, the whole vibe of the place. I cannot recommend it more highly. I hope all of my friends that are, if you're ever passing through that neck of the woods, if you're ever staying at the Brewdog, if you're in that town, please go to Loose Rail because they are that good. Because I have several friends that have talked about going to that hotel, and you've got to, if you're going to be in that neck of the woods, you gotta hit Loose Rail. I'm telling you, they really are that good. Yeah, I mean, the beer is incredible. There's no getting around that. The beer is amazing. But everything about that place I just loved. I love the atmosphere, the friendliness. The whole vibe of the place, as folks walked in, everybody greeted everybody. It just gave me that same vibe that I hope we offer at Banter. And those that know me know I'm not the biggest fan of this particular style. I don't hate it. I'm not a hater of this style. I just don't think it's the great craft beer savior that a lot of folks do. But this one is one of the very best of the style that I've ever had, including those others, those names. I'm not going to mention their names here, but this one deserves to be up in that echelon. It is as good as those that you hear about. The flavors, the aromas, the way it's put together, the way it hits on your palate, right, from beginning to middle to finish. Everything comes together so perfectly. Clearly they know what they're doing there. I'm not getting any hot burn whatsoever, even a slight tingle that they mentioned there. I'm not getting that personally. And I don't remember getting it there when I had it there either, because I don't see a date on here. I don't think it was canned long before I picked it up. But I'm about 3 weeks removed from my vacation as I do this video. Sometimes I forget about the whole date thing. I don't put as much stock in it as a lot of folks. However, I do know with a style like this, you do want to attack it right away. But I've had it at the brewery, I'm having it now. I don't think it's lost a step in traveling or in canning or the delay of myself drinking it. This beer is absolutely wonderful. So if you're ever anywhere near Canal, Winchester, Ohio, you gotta hit Loose Rail. I'm telling you, they really are that good. So there you go. I mean, they really are that good. But currently being a bartender and having spent my life, most of my work life anyway, in retail management and customer service is really big to me. I don't care how good your beer is. If the customer service sucks, I will never, ever be back there again. Or even buy a six-pack of your beer. I'm that militant about it. If I was at your brewery and your customer service sucked, I will never purchase your product again. But I'm telling you, everything about Loose Rail was spot on. The beer, the atmosphere, the customer service, the friendliness. I mean, everything was amazing. So there you go. I am Tom. Again, I'm kind of gushing here. You went total fanboy, Tom. Yeah, I didn't mean to, because I never know what I'm going to say until I start talking. But I gotta just, again, one more time, it was really that good. I didn't notice this on the cans. I want to read this a little bit before I wrap up this video. We are a microbrewery based in the historic district of Canal, Winchester, Ohio, in what was once an 1880s power substation for the interurban railroad. We stand by, which is why it's Loose Rail Brewing. That makes sense to me now that I know that. We stand by our craft, our beer, and hardworking American heritage. Our rustic brews are made with quality ingredients to make more palatable beer for the people. Rustic, I love that. I use that a lot in descriptions. Yeah, the place is that good. All right, I'm going to quit gushing. I am Tom, the Beer Whisperer, Beer Evangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom, man. All right, good guy, sláinte.